Hi friends! This is DaintyTank. Welcome back to Please Be Happy. This is the demo. This is part 3 of our playthrough of it as well. But first, really exciting! We have an announcement! Kicking it over to the other Dainty. Boo! Hi friends! This is DaintyTank. I have some exciting news. As you can tell from this behind me, I actually have a brand new website. This is DaintyTank.gay. And yes, I went for a .gay domain. So you have a new website for our channel, DaintyTank.gay. It's not the best yet. I'm working on it. But you can come here, get some more information, as well as read more about each of the games. I'll be starting to fill out more of the information on the website with each of the games that we play, as well as various screenshots and links to all of the developers below. So definitely come check it out, come click around. This little link guy is TikTok. I'm on TikTok as well. But the fun doesn't stop there. You see, we also have a coffee. So this is DaintyTank. This is ka-fi.com/DaintyTank. Now what this is basically a way for me to put up information about what's going on, as well as being able to just have a spot to help support the channel. If you are willing and able, that would be great. If you're not, that's okay. You know what helps the channel? Watching the videos and clicking like. Even just running them in the background. Very helpful. You know, that if that's what you can do that. Tell people. So, you know, I set up this coffee page that way. There is a place for people who want to help better the channel. I'm doing my best to try and make things better, as you can tell. But, you know, a little bit of help always goes a long way here. So, with that aside, I'm gonna kick it back over to the other DaintyTank. Bye! And we're back. Thank you for watching that. It's really important, so just wanted to let you know and kind of get that information out into the world. I've been working on it for a while now. I'm really excited about it. But let's get into Please Be Happy. Click over here. So we've got Miho in the middle here. Aiden, who spilt our adorable bluish drink everywhere and seems to be really cute. And then the mysterious Princess Charming from the library, which is really exciting. So we're gonna load!
Already? Okay, let me grab my keys.
I forgot that was like a thing. Okay, here we go. Oh yeah, so there's multiple different ways to click through. And if there's a time function that moves forward in time, I do believe. So if we go to Mount Victoria, it moves things forward. So we want to hit up, I think, the Cuba Street and then Den first. They say the perp always returns to the scene of the crime, so I head back to the main streets. By the looks of it, the store I swiped from is the same as always. Person sweeping in front of the store doesn't even seem a little bit stressed. Never steal enough for it to be noticeable. But it's always a point of pride when the place looks the same as always the next day. A smug smile creeps on my face as I pass by, snacking on the chocolate bar I took from their shelves. Well, good. Back to the den. Without much else to do to pass the time, I head back to my den. It's not the best place to hang around, honestly, but it's comfortable enough. Their transitions are really cool. Looking around the small area, I shift back into my usual form. Oh, if I have to kill some time, might as well have fun while I'm at it. dot. A couple hours later, I've happily had my fill of chasing butterflies and snacking on mushrooms. Okay, time to get back to it. Chocolate and mushrooms. Okay, Mount Victoria time. I have plenty of time to kill. and also plenty of restless energy, I decided to go for a walk up Mount Victoria, just to give myself something to do. It makes sense because you were just at your den. Take the long way up this time, instead of taking a bunch of shortcuts, like usual. It winds through neighborhoods and then turns back again, with only the occasional car passing by on the street. Compared to some of the other cities I've been in lately, the air here is a lot cleaner and the smell of nature shines through. It can't compare to being out in the wild for real, of course, but it's nice to not be choking on exhaust fumes everywhere I go. The houses are weird though. Many of them sit up on tall legs, like giant bugs with windows for eyes. That's very cool, but I don't understand what that means. More people seem to be coming down the mountain than going up it. Lots of them zip past on bikes or skateboards. Ooh, skateboarding down that mountain. Don't know if you know, but DaintyTank actually skateboards. Oh, sorry, I will get a new mouse in like a couple weeks. It's just not an expense I want to deal with right now. Most people, yeah, while jogging or walking.
This path is longer than I thought.
Oh, about halfway up or so, there's a wooden bench just off the sidewalk. It's occupied by a man with dark hair and big sunglasses. As I'm about to pass by, he waves.
Well, hello, miss. Nice evening for a walk, eh?
Is he talking to me? He must be. There's no one else nearby. Chatting usually not my thing, but for a moment, I appreciate the distraction.
It sure is. I'm glad the rain's gone.
Oh, for now, yeah. It's never gone for long, though, is it?
That's so. I'm new here. I didn't even think it would rain since it was so sunny the day before.
Ho ho ho! You've gotta watch out for that around here. Mother Nature's real fickle these days.
Okay.
1 minute you're on the pier, enjoying the sunshine. Next minute, whoosh!
He makes a whoosh sound with his breath and a wavy hand motion. Whoosh. Oh, her eyes. That's cute.
Storm clouds, as far as the eye can see. That's just welly for you, though. You live with the sunshine and the clouds. Where are you from, then? Guessing you're not a Kiwi?
Nah, I'm a fox, not a bird.
The man laughs, a deep belly laugh. Like usual, I'm not sure what I said that was funny.
Not like that. Although those little guys are cute. A Kiwi is a word for us New Zealanders in general.
Uh-huh.
So it's a bird, a fruit, and people.
Yep.
You've got it. All three are delightful.
Alright, guy.
Anyway, welcome to Wellington. I hope you're enjoying your time here in our little city.
So far I am. I made my den here on the mountain. I've gotten coffee a few times, and I went to the library.
I conveniently leave out my plans for the next time I'm in the library.
Well, I can't say that's the usual tourist experience, but I'm happy to hear that it's working out for you. Staying long?
Probably. I decided to come live here, but I'm still getting to know the place. So, maybe I'll change my mind.
Maybe, but hopefully not.
A true free spirit, eh? I felt the same way when I first got here, long time ago. Didn't think I'd settle down for life, but here I am now. Lived more years here than everywhere else in my life.
Good for you.
It can't be that long. You don't look very old for a human.
No? Well, that's my ego boost for the day. You don't look very old for a fox either, but I imagine you've got a good head start on me.
That's true. I don't really keep track or think about it, though.
I love you, Miho.
Can't say I blame you there. I think 100 years, give or take a little on either side, is enough for me. And I'm only halfway there, so I've got plenty more to look forward to.
You're 50? Okay. He stands up, but has to do it slowly.
And sometimes I'm reminded of how many I've got under my belt already. Thank you for the chat, miss. I better get back to the water now and make sure young Min hasn't fallen into the ocean or anything. It's been a real pleasure talking with you, though. I hope you'll give our fair town a shot.
Thanks. It was nice talking to you too.
I mean that for once. He waves goodbye as he heads down some stone steps, and I keep heading upwards. I've never really thought about my age compared to humans. Humans don't matter to my lifestyle. I wasn't lying when I said I don't know how old I am. It's never been important. Places, relationships, memories, they just tie people down. I want to be everywhere. Ooh, back up top. While I reach top of the mountain, take a deep breath of the crisp air. Wind blows my face in every direction. Blows my hair in every direction, and I can't keep it out of my face. Brain. The wind is wild and goes where it wants. It doesn't answer to anyone. That's how I've lived my life, too. A free spirit. That's what the man called me, and I like the sound of it. I can see the smudges of other people down by the beach and on the pier. Is one of them the man I met? No way to know. From up here, they just are tiny little blips. Impossible to tell apart from each other. Once I've had my fill of the view, it's time to get on the way again. I turn my back on the people and start making my way down once more. Alright, it's time! Break into the library and steal the painting. Get it, Miho! When the moon is high in the sky and decide it's time. This is the perfect kind of night for me. There's not much wind, meaning I'll be able to hear or smell anyone approaching. It's too cloudy, too. It's a little cloudy, too, which gives me some cover from the moonlight. Make my way back up to the library, stopping as soon as I'm within sight of it. Find a shadowy place to hide and watch the front for a few minutes. Like I hoped, no one goes in or out. All the windows are dark, too. I slowly creep up towards the entrance, ready to transform and flee if I have to. Nothing happens. No one tries to stop me. I peek into one of the windows. It's dark inside, and I can't see anyone at all. Perfect. I move around to the back side of the building and check those windows too. Same thing. It's dark and empty.
This is gonna be too easy.
Back the front door, I pick the lock and slip inside. I sneak from room to room, revisiting the items I memorized yesterday. They're not expensive or fancy enough to think of them as treasures. I don't know, there's the portrait of the lady there. I end up leaving a lot of them alone, since I don't want to carry too much on me. The rest go into my coat pockets. Finally, I end up back at the painting in the corner, piece that started this whole plan. I have to set a couple things down on the floor because the painting needs both hands for me to lift it. It's heavier than it looks, and though it's not very big, it's probably a good sign for how much it'll be worth. Try to jiggle it a couple times to get it off the hook, but I manage it. Tucking the painting under one arm, I pick up the other goods on the floor. This should be enough for one night. Best to get in and out quick. I start to head back for the front door where I came in. Before I get there, light floods the room. My heart starts to race, and I immediately prepare to run. Quick glance over my shoulder shows the woman from last night standing at the top of the stairs. Oh, look at those eyes. Her eyes are glowing blue with anger. She takes a step forward now, seeming to touch the stairs.
Leave that painting alone.
Oh, I gotta get out of here now. Throwing caution to the wind, I clutch my spoils tight, charge for the door, trying to make myself as small a target as possible. The painting's too big for me to transform and still hold on to, so I gotta do this on 2 legs.
Stop! Please!
I don't stop. Just like my arrival here, with the guards at the sky part, the thrill of being chased is already taken over. It's exciting and scary at the same time. By the way, it spurs me to move faster. Using my shoulder, I crash out the front door and into the night, run as quickly as I can, keeping an eye out for the patches of slick mud and puddles of water. The path I take goes far past Mount Victoria and my den, ending up in a small residential area. I stash the painting under a parked car, and then take my fox form and crawl under the house, upsetting a mean gray cat who was already hiding there. It takes a low growling sound, and I glare at it, desperately willing it to be silent before it gives away my position. I growl back as best I can. This seems to scare it into shutting up. Not sure if I was being followed or not, but I don't want to take any chances. After 10 minutes or so, I climb back out, pick up my loot, and sneak back towards my den. Now that the excitement has worn off, I just can't keep a smile off my face. There's nothing more satisfying than pulling off a heist, even one as easy as this. Other thieves I've heard about must have had it rough, having to stake out a place for a long time, trying really hard to not get caught, making sure not to be seen. I've never done much planning. I just do whatever feels right. My ability to transform makes it hard to catch me, although I have had to leave behind the stuff I was taking once or twice. Now, honestly, it would get boring if I never got caught and had to run. My good mood lasts me all the way home, then disappears completely when I see who's waiting for me. The woman in white. She stands just outside my den, looking like she doesn't care at all about the cold or the mud. In fact, her perfect clothes don't seem to get dirty at all. With her back turned to me, she's staring up at the moon, but she faces me as I approach. She has the same calm presence as when I first saw her, but I can see the mournful look in her eyes, which has been going back to brown instead of a furious blue. My heart quickens, almost suffocatingly, as she watches me intently. I know how quickly calm can turn into anger. I should run, but I can't look away.
How did you find me here? Before I even got back?
A friend of mine told me you might be found here.
Her voice is soft and warm, unlike the way she shouted back at the library.
A friend.
These voices are great. Like, the voice actors in this game are fantastic. Ugh. But who? I wasn't followed. I'm sure of that much. The shock of being found wearing off, the realization I need to find a new place to stay sets in. After all that work, too.
I apologize for showing up uninvited. I'm here to ask that you please return that painting to me. You may keep the frame if you like, but the painting itself is very dear to me.
I look down the portrait. Been carrying it for a while now, but I haven't given the picture itself much thought. It's a beautiful painting and clearly very old. The girl shown in it is wearing a long flowing dress, looking down with a soft smile.
And also...
She breathes out slowly and my eyes narrow. It's a sound people make when they're acting calm but they're angry.
Should you want it, I have an extra room available in my library, with a soft bed and a warm meal. You may stay as long as you wish.
Huh?
After I try to rob her, she's offering me a place to stay? Okay, now I know this must be a trap. There's no way. Although, it's the same thing she asked me last night, before I broke in. I'm sure she doesn't remember that.
Why?
Because I have more beds than I could possibly fill, and more food than I could eat. If there is someone who wants or needs them, is it not appropriate to share these with them?
I mean, you are awesome for doing that, and I love you so much. You are now my favorite.
Is it?
I'm not sure what answers she wants to hear. She looks at me again, the same expression as it was at the library. Well, her offer does sound kind of tempting.
I guess it's not like my place is as nice as yours.
Not anymore, at least. After it rained and made half of it mud. I looked down at the painting again. If I sold it, it was just going to be so I could buy the same things she's offering me. I still don't trust her. I've watched people enough to know better than that. There must be something she wants. But I don't think she wants to hurt me. She knows that I don't have anything worth stealing. If she did try to pull something, I could just run away. It's only one night. I can come back and try again. Or find someplace else to take form. I look down at the burrow past where she's standing. It looks less a den and more a pile of mud. The thought of sleeping there again actually makes the decision for me.
Fine, I'll take it.
He's so reluctant. She breathes out slowly again and smiles. Maybe the sound maybe that sound doesn't mean she's angry?
Wonderful. I'm glad to hear it.
Your voice actor is really smooth.
I should introduce myself properly. My name is Juliet. May I ask what yours is?
Miho.
I've had to introduce myself twice in a day now. That has to be a new record.
Well, Miho, it's a pleasure to make your acquaintance. Let's return to the library. I can carry the painting if you'd like, or you may hold on to it until we get there.
I shrug.
Here, feel free.
Oh. She receives it very gently, and I quickly fall in beside her as we begin to walk back. To my relief, she doesn't try to make any conversation. Instead, she silently cradles the painting as we go. When we get back to the library, the lights are off and the door is still unlocked. After seeing the painting down on the desk, After setting the painting down on the desk, Juliet gestures towards the stairs.
It's on the second floor.
Oh, that second painting up there. Ah. Follow her lead until she stops at the end. At one of the closed doors. She unlocks it and lets me in. Green! Oh, with a slanted roof. And look at those floorboards. Ah, this is a really cute room. The room is simple and cozy with a couple dressers, a table, and a bed. Over the bed, there's a boxy window with a wide sill big enough to sit on. That sounds awesome. On the table, there's a cheese sandwich and a few apple slices, plus some sort of cake. There's also a pitcher of water. Sitting alone in a locked room? Why?
I hope the food is to your liking. 2 rooms down the hall from here, you'll find a refrigerator, and you may help yourself to anything in there.
Wow.
My study is just past that. If you need anything, don't hesitate to come find me.
Okay. Juliet's awesome. Also, dapper.
Is there anything more I can bring for you?
I shake my head, still in disbelief. What am I even supposed to say in a situation like this? I just stole from her. Now I have both a bed and food in return. As if to answer my confusion, she gives us a calm smile. It doesn't help.
Then I'll leave you to it. We can speak again in the morning. Good night, Miho.
Oh, the door shuts behind her, and I expect to hear Juliet lock it, but when I try to turn the doorknob after giving her a few moments, the door opens quietly into the dark hall. Juliet's nowhere to be seen. Pull the door back shut behind me and inspect the room, looking for any hidden treats. Sorry, hidden threats, not hidden treats. I also check with the food, sniffing it to make sure there's no poison or anything. If there is, I can't smell it, and so I dig in instead.
Whoa. This is really good.
Yeah, the Dainty Wife has cheese and apple sandwiches sometimes. Apparently they're really good. I haven't been able to bring myself to try it, but There's 3 different kinds of cheese in the sandwich. Ooh, which is 2 more kinds than I knew existed. The bread is soft and buttery, and when I take a bite of the apple, juice rolls down my chin. The water that I wash it down with tastes better than the water from the stream by my den. When I'm done eating, I climb into bed, still feeling overwhelmed, more specifically, not knowing how to feel. Part of me fears that I've made some gigantic mistake, and that I'll wake up in danger, if I ever wake up at all. Trusting my instincts has kept me alive on multiple occasions and for hundreds of years. Enough that I've lost count of exactly how many. But something tells me that I don't have anything to fear from the woman who I can only assume is my host and the owner of this place. They're so cute! So with that in mind, I put the blankets up under my chin, just the luxurious pillows beneath my head. Who knows? Maybe the morning will bring trouble with it. But right now, just sleeping sounds alright. This is so cute! I wake up to sounds of birds chirping loudly outside. Blinking warily, I prop myself up, then look toward the warm sunlight beaming through the window. Sheets under my hand feel soft and dry. My hand goes to my neck, taking in the smooth familiarity of my necklace.
It's still here.
If someone was going to rob me, that's the only thing that I have that would seem valuable. I sit up and look around. Doesn't look like anyone came in when I was asleep. Maybe I really am safe here. I wonder if Juliet's friend was the scent I noticed outside my den on the first morning. Don't know how else she could have found me. Or how they did it without waking me up. If it happened before, it could happen again. As much as I hate to admit it. So I check around the room very thoroughly. But still, don't notice anything different from when I went to bed.
Maybe it's not a trick.
Oh. All my past experiences have told me that there has to be a catch. Nothing is free. Nothing. But no matter how hard I try, I can't figure out what it could be. Could Juliet really have been telling the truth? It seems so unlikely. It'd be nice if it was true. But if it wasn't, if I let myself believe, only to be wrong in the end, then that would hurt even more, wouldn't it? No. Better not even take the risk. After all, I've lived a lot of years this way, and it's not like I hate it. Making my mind up makes me feel better right away, too. Just makes more sense. Even if I try to stay, I don't think I'll ever stop worrying. This way, I'll know for sure that I'm in charge of my own destiny. There you go. Now that I know this room is unoccupied, I might be able to sneak back in sometimes when I need a place to stay. It wouldn't be too hard to climb one of the trees, then get to the window from here. Take one last look around. For just a night, it was a nice what if. Aww. I head downstairs and out the door without speaking a word to anyone. It's another nice day. Same as when I first arrived in Wellington. Warm sun and blue skies, with just a hint of clouds. For a while, I meander around town, eating the last of my pastries from the convenience store hall for breakfast. Today feels like another restart. I have no den, no supplies, no anything. It's less exciting now than when I first arrived. Don't have a destination in mind, but eventually end up at the waterfront. Hey! There's an airship over the bay, descending closer toward the airport, toward the sky part. A couple kids down on the beach wave up at it, seeming excited. People arriving on the ship all have somewhere that they're planning to go when they get off. Huh. They've got people waiting to see them. What have I got? Some trash and an old scroll. So far, Wellington's given me nothing but questions. That never bothered me before in any of the other cities I've been to, so why now? Guess there's another question for the pile. Push myself off the railing and head back into town. I go through the motions of scouting for somewhere to rebuild my den, but my heart really isn't in it. After wandering for a while, I end up at the Bell House yet again. It's just a place I go when I have nowhere else to go. There are more customers than usual, so there are 2 other people working behind the counter. It only takes me a brief glance to notice that one of them is Aspen. Aspen. Wonder if she'll think I'd like a fairy kiss chiller again. Or maybe I'll make a different sort of first impression today. The line moves pretty quickly. It helps that Aspen doesn't spill anything this time. When it's my turn to step up, I step up to the counter with a fake smile.
Oh, hello. What can I make for you today? I'll have a fairy kiss chiller, please. Certainly. Good choice.
I reach for my wallet to pay, but she stops me.
Oh, don't worry about that. It's on the house today.
She remembers.
Great! What does that mean? It means that you don't have to pay for it. As an apology for yesterday.
Yesterday? Why does that sound so strange? I nearly miss her talking, my mind having tripped over the word. She reaches for a cup and the pen already in her hand.
And that's for Miho, right?
For Miho?
My name. She remembers my name? My heart begins to race wildly, my body reacting just as strongly as my mind. Aspen frowns, clearly noticing that something's off. My head's in too much of a daze to deal with it, though.
It is Miho, right?
She checks the notebook on the counter, brow furrowing deeply as her finger slowly moves down the page and taps on one of the lines. What do I say? How do I explain? It's the first time in life, for the first time in 100 years, somebody's remembered my name. I'm not supposed to be like this. It's supposed to be forgotten. Every time, without fail. It's my armor. It's my life. Take a step backwards. I have to run. I have to get out of here. I have to get away. But where to? I've been running. And I don't have anywhere else to go. But I don't have any other choice. Without a plan or destination, I turn on my heel and bolt outside, not daring to look back. Everything is wrong. I have to go.
Miho!
She calls my name again and I disappear into the street. It's not the first time I've heard that as I fled. But never like this, never with such a confused, worried tone. Feeling sick to my stomach, I push myself to run even faster. Maybe I should leave this whole city, get on the next airship out of here, and act like it never happened. I could go somewhere else, back to China or America or anywhere. Start over again, within days. It'd be like I was never even came to Wellington. My life would go back to normal. Eventually, I'm sure Aspen and Juliet would forget me, just like they're supposed to. Nothing would be different. Except, that's not quite true. I wouldn't forget what happened here, even if everyone else did. No matter what, I'm sure I won't ever be able to get past these few days out of my mind. When I get to Mount Victoria, I finally stop running. Not because the place is special, or because I wanted to come here, but because I don't know where else to go. Made my way up to the top of the mountain, just like I did that first day. I am going to pause us here. I'm not sure where this is going to go, or how much longer it's going to be, so I'm going to pause us. I appreciate your time. I appreciate all of your support. Definitely let me know your thoughts on Please Be Happy down below. And also, feel free to recommend more games, new games. Feel free to recommend. I always love them. Check out DaintyTank.gay. I'll have the links down below, as is the coffee. Coffee, ko-fi.com/DaintyTank. Got my first goal up there, which is actually to get a camera, because what I'm using is my laptop camera, which is built in, but not great quality. So, it worked. So, with that, I love you all, and I'll see you next time. Bye!